Okay, everybody, this is the start of part 5 on the Deep Sea Lab / Flying Sub 128 scale. I posted up a video a couple days ago on part 4. I finished the top of the base and I primered it up. I have to touch it up again, cleaning up the sides of the base because it's a scratch build. I bought some wood filler for it, and I've just been the last couple of days working on that, cleaning it up. Just added a little bit more filler today, and this is Thursday, January 16th. I have the weekend off, so I'll be more focused on working more on the base and Deep Sea Lab. I have to touch that up with some primer, and I've got the colors on my workbench. I thought I had a few colors for earth tone colors, but only got a couple. I'll show those colors, and then what I'm going to use for the Deep Sea Lab, it's a mixture of buff and I think it's desert yellow. I got it right here. I used it on the Abrams tank that I built. I forget what scale the tank is. It's not big, so it's, I don't know, 1/25th scale or whatever. I'll have to look at the box I got behind me of that Abrams tank, but I watched a guy on his YouTube channel use this paint, 50/50, the buff and the desert yellow, and this is probably what I'm going to go ahead and use on the Deep Sea Lab. But let me go ahead and turn the camera around, show everybody where I'm at so far with the Deep Sea Lab base. Okay, as everybody can see here, it's been all primered up, and I've got this XF52. It's flat earth from Tamiya. I'm going to go ahead and use that on the sand. I thought of covering the whole base with it, be the base color. I'll debate that when I get ready to paint it. And then I have Euro 1 Gray. That's a flat from Auto Masters. I'm probably going to go ahead and use that for the stones. You can see it's much darker and it's going to look a lot better. And then the sand colors I have, I got Armored Sand, which I may use on highlighting some or all of the stones. I think that'll look good over that Euro 1 Gray, just for highlights and stuff, like put it on top of the stone and on the side here, and like randomly use this color. And the other two colors I have, another enamel and one acrylic. I got this sand right here, it's really light, and then I got this is just sand. So you can see the three sands that I have. This one here is the darkest, and then the middle, and then the end here is the lightest. And that's all the colors I have. So I don't want to make this too light. So I may go ahead also and use maybe this sand here and do some highlights on the sand itself. I'll figure all that out when I get around to it. I will go around each rock with either flat black, or I'll go ahead and use my oils. I've got oils, so I'm going to see what I can also use on that Plant Life on the base. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route. I'll see when I get to that part of it. But this weekend I should be able to get around to painting it. Been working on around the the base, because it's a scratch built, and I'm never can do 110% on a scratch built base. So I had to do some putty work. Bought some filler here. It's looking good, and see, I added a little bit more filler, but it's looking a lot better. This side's looking really good. The front looks alright, turned out pretty good. Back side, I don't care how good that looks, because that's where you can see I used some more filler here. That's where the main power will plug in, and then here's the switch. And I had to touch up a little bit of filler with that, and then I'll just sand that probably tomorrow. I'll let that set. I figured I'd give everybody an update. Let's start part 5 on the Deep Sea Lab. Let me go ahead and grab the Deep Sea Lab. Everybody can get an idea. It's gonna look pretty cool once it's all together. Once I can get the base done and work on the Deep Sea Lab, then I can focus more on the flying sub. That's gonna take a little time because I got Photo Edge with that, and I gotta get the colors for the interior of the flying sub with the Photo Edge. I have to work on that. So once again, I'll call it a wrap right now. This is the start of part 5. I'll continue working on this Deep Sea Lab and the base, and I'll talk with everybody later. Okay, everybody, back on the base. I had the weekend off, which was the 18th and 19th. This is January 20th, almost 12 o'clock. I worked tonight. I did work on the base over the weekend and the Deep Sea Lab. Today I'm going to add some color to the base. I'm going to add this flat earth. It's XF52, and I'm going to apply that to the sand and on some of the stone. And then the other color I'm going to use today is this Euro 1 gray. It's enamel from Model Masters. I'm going to go over the stones with that. That'll be next. It'll darken them up and make them look a little bit better than the primer. So I got the paint and the airbrush. Got the compressor on. So I'm going to go ahead and start painting the sand and a little bit up on the stones. And when I'm done with that, I'll pause and get the next color ready. So here we go. Hopefully that's all in frame. More. Scoot it up a little bit. Go on it a little bit light. I'm not going to worry about it. Looking pretty cool. Like I said, guys, I hope this is all in frame. Back a little bit. Here. There we go. Looking pretty good. That flat earth. Put it up on the stones. All the areas around the stones I'm going to hit it with either oil or flat black. Okay guys, hopefully that was all in frame. You can see here it's looking really cool. I'll give a close-up shot once I'm done. I'll double check it off camera to see if I need to touch it up in a few areas, and I'll pause. Then I'll get the next paint I'm going to use. I'll get that set up in airbrush and film that part with the stones. So let me go ahead and pause, finish this up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, I'm back on the base. I got the Euro 1 gray mixed up and in my airbrush. And it's number 1788. It is enamel. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the stones. Hopefully this will all be in frame. I'll start here. Looking pretty cool. Move over here. Hopefully, yeah, it should be in frame. At least you can see it changing colors. Looking pretty good. I know the enamel is going to take a little longer for it to dry than the acrylic. That's alright, no hurry. Looking really cool though. So what do you think so far, guys? It's looking pretty cool. It's taking shape. So I don't know how long I've been into this. My eyes can't focus. It looks like about 5 minutes. I'll go a little bit more. I'll pause and finish it up. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause, finish this up, so show the end results later. I may add another color to it, I'll think about it. So let me go ahead and pause, finish this up, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, back on the base. I redid the stones with the Euro 1 gray. Now I'm going to go over the sand with the, it's another enamel, it's a light gray. And the number looks like it's 1732. I'm going to go over the sand. It's just too dark and I want to lighten it up some. So I'm going to go ahead. I got it in a spray airbrush. I'm just going to go over it with that light gray. See how it turns out. Hopefully this is going to be all in frame. Go over it lightly. Looking pretty good. I just thought it was just too dark. I don't want it to look like it's on an alien planet. I think this is making it look a lot better. A little color in there. I think that looks a lot better. I'm going to leave it like that. So what do you guys think? I think it looks a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap on the Deep Sea Lab base. I think this is for part 5. Next step to do is to maybe add oil and all that. I'll do that on my workbench if I'm going to add any more highlights or anything like that to it. I want to get around the stones with some oil or flat black. But for right now, I'm going to call it a wrap for part 5 on the Deep Sea Lab base. I'd like to thank my YouTube subscribers. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. More to come on the Deep Sea Lab, and I'll talk with everybody later.